All right, Behind the Cape. Bad Boys is out. Bad Boys is out, and the great thing about Bad Boys being out is that it gives us a chance to prove that the slap didn't mean much.
To nobody,
slap didn't mean anything
except for
anyway.
everyone who clutched their pearls at the Oscars. First of all, why would I give a shit about what happened at the Oscars? Why would I give a damn? Oscars are very clearly not for me. So
Oscar
why,
So White.
why would I give a damn? No, don't shout that shit out. Don't shout that shit out.
Well, what's the,
Not on here.
we don't fuck with Oscar So White.
No, we don't mess with her.
Oh, there's a girl. I thought it was just.
That's the chick who started it. What's her name? The recast T'Challa lady.
Oh, yeah, I didn't
that's
know
the
that.
Oscar So White
Yeah, I didn't know
chick. What's her name? April Rain.
Yeah, I didn't. I wasn't. Aware.
Yeah, no, she can have that. I guess it was Oscar So White until we get to the oldest black superhero in
Yeah,
American comics, and
then
then
it's
it's like,
fucking
not only for my Hollywood friend. I
Yikes.
guess Oscars ain't too white for that. Anyways, back to the point we were
Bad
talking
Boys.
about. Why would I care about your delicate sensibilities being offended at the damn Oscars? My sensibilities are offended by how many pedophiles there are in that room. Anybody give a shit about that? Why would I care about you in a smack? In a smack.
Yeah, this is definitely the Oscars are definitely a who's who of Epstein
The hell?
listers, for sure, and Me Too movementers.
Yeah, man. It'll start with me. Don't start with me. Y'all are currently trying to prop up Leslie Hutland and her project over there at Disney Star Wars. So please miss me like all the way with your pearl clutching and your morality finger wagging. I'm okay with all of that.
Facts. But Bad Boys, 104 million now.
104 million
Is that
worldwide.
domestic or worldwide?
56. I think it's about 56 domestically.
Okay, that's still really good,
We're gonna tack on tonight.
especially for a fourth movie of Bad Boys.
Man, I'm hyped. I think there was a lot of anticipation to get Will back on the screen. Number
Yes.
one, you see him again, and something that wasn't a damn slave movie,
Mm-hmm.
the Emancipation movie. God damn, I still haven't seen that. I don't plan on seeing it.
I
But-
did actually.
This is quintessential Will Smith right here. This is big time action. Did you see the new technology they was using with the guns? He's like controlling the shots. So like as he's lining up a shot, he can bring it into himself. He's positioning it, and he shoots it back over to the person he's shooting. And he's controlling the camera the whole time. It's like a little rig.
What?
It's hard, bro.
That's
I can't
crazy.
wait to see that on the screen. I'm hyped.
That's crazy.
I'm hyped. The reviews have been good. The fan reactions have been good. It's spending. It's one of the one of the highest grossing R-rated films in a long time in the opening weekend. I'm here for it. I'm here for it for sure.
If I had to say one bad thing, is that they really dropped the ball with calling the third one Bad Boys,
Bad Boys
for Life.
Absolutely. Definitely should have been Bad Boys for Life.
But
Yeah, I don't know what this ride or die shit is, but regardless, I think it's gonna be a good movie.
agreed.
Will Smith popped out into a Cinemark of all theaters, my favorite brand, to go watch the movie. You can see that?
I thought Marcus Cinemas was your favorite.
Well, that's my theater, right? But if I was just like a personal, kind of like a consumer thing, if I never owned a theater branch, I would say Cinemark. I worked there as a child.
You did,
Of course. Cinemark all the way. But, obviously there's a conflict now, so Marcus Theaters and all.
Yikes. Definitely excited about Bad Boys, and the series has been great thus far. So I wouldn't see why the fourth one wouldn't be just as good. Shout out to both Will and Martin for keeping things
I
interesting.
can't fucking wait to see this movie, yo.
Moving on from Bad Boys, so we talked about R.I.P. Chance Perdomo. We talked about Gen V previously on a different Behind the Cape, and it seems as if we've got some news that Chance Perdomo's character in Gen V will pass away in season 2.
Which is what I felt like they were going to do. There's not enough history on that character to, really kind of force a new actor in the middle of what they got going on in this current arc. It's what's being said around it that's eerily similar to some other situations that I don't really care for.
Right. So, do you feel like there needs to be some way that they need to handle the passing of the character in the show?
If they're going to kill him, I would like them to get it over with and move on. I'm sure it'll be an emotional scene. I'm sure it'll be emotional for everybody that's going to be filming it. What I don't want you to do is drag it out throughout the whole season and make polarity now this figure that he wasn't in season 1. If anything, Marie was the star of that show, right? She should continue to be the star of that show because that's what the story dictated. I don't want to see you make a hard right turn into polarity lane once he dies, because again, the boys' universe is not one that is very sensitive about deaths, about anyone. Even characters that we've liked in that universe have gotten destroyed. Head exploded or some shit, right? Like a lot of gruesome deaths. Yeah. So it really doesn't behoove you to have this deeply emotional death and then have all of the characters around it be more affected by any other death that they've seen so far. Yeah, and then having the actors convey their real life emotions through what's going on screen for us, because it just doesn't match up with the show. If you're not trying to tank the show completely, give your respects. Maybe they have a tribute. Maybe they all meet up for Polarity's funeral, and then boom, we back to the main arc of the season. Take a quick pit stop in the beginning of the season. I think we will all give them grace for about 3 episodes to get this in, get it out, do away with it. By mid-season time, we should be past this. Because it just doesn't make sense for you to mourn Polarity more than you mourned the guy that died in season 1, the very first guy, the one that was going to replace Homelander.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
That kid. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
wouldn't make any sense.
The quote from Eric Kripke says, "We're not trying to replace them because we can't. We're playing the character's death on the show, so it's very heavy and it's really emotionally difficult for the cast, and we're just trying to honor Chance as best we can."
And then also, there's a thin line between honoring and commodifying.
Yeah.
Right? The longer you center him in his death in the show, the more you're selling it, as opposed to trying to honor or trying to, exalt. Mm-hmm. It does become selling his death at a certain point, and it doesn't take very long to get there. So that's why I'm saying lean into it as heavily as you can for the shortest amount of time.
Yeah. Honor him.
Yeah.
And then
move on.
Business as usual.
Yep. He's not your family member. This is not your loved one. This is not someone you have some intrinsic connection to. Y'all work together. He's your coworker. And again, that needs to be the social norm. You don't have any more ownership over this man's legacy than his actual family members. Mm-hmm. Like, no, not even close. It's not up to you to dictate how he is remembered.
Yeah. Yep. Moving on. We talked about this a little bit last week, very brief, because I actually forgot about this fact. But Mahershala Ali will be in the new Jurassic World movie, which obviously poses problems for Blade.
Man, tell them niggas to kick rocks, Mahershala.
Yeah,
tell them to kick rocks. Don't need your namby-pamby Marvel hand-me-down project, which is clearly how they're treating it at this point.
Yeah.
Don't need it. Don't need your handouts.
$50 to $60 million budget.
For Blade?
For Blade.
That is so light. That's a third of what they spent on the Acolyte.
Yep.
That is a third of what they spent to make the Acolyte.
It's a third of what they spent on
a second-rate Star Wars television show that's supposed to be happening 100 years before Phantom Menace. That gets $150 million. But Blade is getting $50 million? This is an Academy Award-winning actor. Another reason why we shouldn't respect the Oscars. We got an Oscar winner, and it don't mean shit. He go over to Marvel and get treated like fucking goddamn Ron Jeremy.
That's crazy.
They treat him like he a porn star, just thankful for his first legit gig.
That's crazy.
Like they done found this nigga off the street or something, and he better be just lucky to be there. I'm serious, y'all, man. This is offensive.
Yeah.
This is terrible. And it kind of goes back to what I was saying before about the pantheon of black actors that has come through Disney and Marvel, and how excited we have gotten to see these characters, only for them to fall so flat. That's why I am Giancarlo Esposito in Captain America 4. if we come out of that movie feeling like it did something positive for Giancarlo to be in that movie, I would be very surprised. I'd be very surprised. Look at what they've given us. Look at what they've given Samuel L. Jackson. Look what they've given Angela Bassett. Look what they gave Sterling K. Brown. Look what they gave Antoine Canty. Look what they give. Look at the short lease that they've given Letitia Wright. Lawrence Fishburne was a throwaway character who's not dead. We just don't want to see him again, even though we've made, 2 more movies? 2 more Ant-Man movies?
Yeah.
Since Goliath? What we doing? What we doing? These are gods in terms of black actors in Hollywood. It's the best we got, y'all. This is the best we got. So if our best is second-rate cannon fodder, comedic relief, and throwaway villains, what is the hope for a Damson Idris? What is the hope for a Yalin Noel, for a Yahya Abdul-Mateen? At least he's got a feature title, but literally black and inside. You know what I mean?
Swapped into a TV series that nobody's gonna care about.
And then again, maybe I would throw you a life vest on that one, but you can't even give him a character that anyone respects or wants or longs for.
Yeah.
Sorry, older comic book fans. No one, I mean no one, is checking for Simon Williams. No one. Nobody. Nobody started Phase 5 and said, damn, I can't wait for Secret Wars to start so we can get some Simon Williams. God damn, I want some Wonder Man. Woo! Injected it in my veins, brother.
No.
Said no one.
Nobody.
Says no one. And so now, here we go. Giancarlo's about to get introduced in Captain America 4. We did have those stories very early on about Moon Knight potentially being involved in this movie, as well as the Hawks. I think that's gonna stick, because I think Giancarlo Esposito's character not gonna be Doom, not gonna be Norman Osborn, not gonna be anybody of real importance in the MCU. No. The groundbreaking role that came calling for Giancarlo Esposito that he just couldn't say no for is gonna be fucking Bushman. It's gonna be a mercenary.
Yikes.
It's gonna be a mercenary that hired Mark Spector when he died in Egypt and pledged his soul to Khonshu.
So he might be a character in Moon Knight Season 2.
Whatever.
If we get that.
Whatever.
Definitely didn't ask for that.
Who gives a shit?
For Giancarlo Esposito?
Who cares? Waited all these years. We're going to turn down. I almost wish he took Professor X now. Shit. Might as well.
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah, man. This is beyond bad. I don't know how we are supposed to have confidence in them doing any black characters. It is going to be 7 years. 7 years in production. That should be the best vampire movie ever made. A studio like Disney is taking 7 years to make a vampire movie. It's going to take Ryan Coogler 1.5 years to shoot his vampire film. Now, I don't know how good it's going to be, but it's only going to take him about 1.5 years to shoot that film.
Mm-hmm.
And he has half of your cast and crew. He's actively kicking your ass on the production schedule-wise.
Does Jordan Peele's Marvel meeting do anything for you in your...
Yeah, see, I just don't know what it's for and if it's going to work out, because 2 things. Big name directors within the Disney umbrella usually doesn't work out.
Mm-hmm.
The J.J. Abrams of the worlds, the Benioffs of the worlds, just doesn't seem to work out. Now, granted, a lot of that was chugged towards the Star Wars side of things. I think that has less to do with the studio and a little bit more to do with the micromanaging of the executives. Because Kevin Feige micromanages on the Marvel side the same way Kathleen Kennedy does on the Lucasfilm side. The only difference is that his somehow, in spite of the failures, his somehow goes unchecked, uncriticized, unmarked, and the criticism seems to snake around him constantly. Kathleen Kennedy, that buck goes exactly where it needs to be every single time. And in that way, it is a little bit unfair. Because anytime we see a Lucasfilm project, we know exactly who we need to go talk to about it and why it's so bad.
Yeah.
Right? Any complaints you got about the Acolyte, I know I'm walking right into Kathleen Kennedy. Why did you let Weinstein Jr. destroy Star Wars? Right? But then it comes to Kevin Feige, who's executive producer of The World over there at Marvel, and we'll get the Marvels, and we'll get She-Hulk, and we'll get Miss Marvel, and we'll get Moon Knight, and we'll get Thor 5, Thor Love and Thunder, and we'll get Eternals, and we'll get all of these subpar products, and somehow none of that tracks back to Kevin Feige, even though his name is on everything. Everything.
That sounds like
Marvel drops a turd. It has Kevin Feige's name embroidered onto it in corn.
That sounds like shit on the woman.
I'm
not the man.
But look, that's what Kathleen Kennedy says.
To be fair, that does sound like that. Now they're both still shitting the bed with making movies, but
somebody ain't getting their whoopings.
Yeah.
Somebody getting their 10 lashings every time their name come up, and the other person he got a balance. He need to pay. He need to get his ass on the post.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Jordan Peele, considering the fact that he seems like a guy who wants to express his full creativity the way he wants to, and Marvel's going to give you a very short leash.
Yeah, even if they were to hire him, I don't think they would accept his treatments. I don't think it would ultimately end up working out because he would try to do something that doesn't fit the standard cookie cutter mold that they're putting out. And that is not what they're looking for in directors.
Yeah.
It's just not.
So people keep saying things like X-Men, and it's just like, I don't want that because
I mean,
it's not going to play out how you
I
want it
would
to.
love Jordan Peele to do X-Men. I would love for him to get a Midnight Suns project if ever that got announced.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think they would give him the reins to do what he wanted to. Like, if I'm going in to see a Jordan Peele movie, I want to see a superhero movie with a Get Out vibe, with a Us feel.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? A Nope kind of supernatural feel. If you're not gonna let him do that, yeah, and it just has to be another factory-made Marvel movie, then it's not. First of all, he's not gonna do it, and then secondly, I don't think that's gonna behoove any of us, the audience, the director, or the studio.
Yeah. Somebody commented. Crippler commented, "Oh snap, Marcus is back. How's your Angela Yee arc going?" I was joking. It was a clickbait title. I'm sorry. I thought I got that across at the end. I guess not.
About to write a diss track. Drop it at midnight.
You don't want to do that. Anyway, you also mentioned Kathleen Kennedy. So, yeah, you don't want to do that. You mentioned Kathleen Kennedy.
I'm about to bar this man up.
That's crazy.
I've been listening to K-Dot for 2 months.
Listening to K-Dot's not
I'm going to mention your 5th grade teacher. Quit fucking around with me.
That's crazy because you probably...
Yeah, I know. Yeah! I got the info.
Yeah, because I don't remember your...
I got the info.
When you were in 5th grade.
Don't make me drop.
I remember your 1st grade teacher, though.
Look, just say Candyman and it's over with. You feel me?
You would die behind these bars. Anyway.
Say Candyman then. Say Candyman then.
You would die behind these bars, no jail time. Anyway, you mentioned Kathleen Kennedy, and you also had some stupid shit that she just recently said.
Oh, the male thing. Yeah, that all the female stars of Star Wars today face. Kathleen Kennedy says, I think a lot of women who step into Star Wars struggle with toxic fan attacks a bit more because the fan base being so male dominated. Listen, lady. Listen. Linda, listen. Come in closely so you can hear me. Like, once and for all, so that we never have to have this conversation again. Carrie Fisher is one of the most integral parts of the Star Wars franchise. And she never dealt with any of this toxic male fandom backlash stuff that you speak of. Now, I will admit that Star Wars was birthed at a time that didn't have the internet, and so there wasn't enough access to a person or enough anonymity in our society for people to say what they truly feel out in public. So I will grant you that a lot of people probably could have held their misogyny and their bigotry back. But I swear to you, if you look at the Star Wars projects, the diminishing returns on the cinematics, the lackluster performances, the lack of a subscribership being earned on a lot of the TV products that are being made, the lack of merchandising sales, it is impossible for you, the steward of that ship, for the entire duration of the decline, to boil it all down to the fact that you and everyone else you hire has a vagina. That is the biggest the biggest bag of horse shit I've ever heard in my life, or B, insanity. Because if you truly honestly believe that vaginas are hurting your business, stop hiring vaginas.
Yeah, no.
Stop hiring vaginas.
I just gave her all that bail, and then for her to just fuck it up like that is insane.
Stop hiring vaginas.
It's insane.
If vaginas are so detrimental to your life, Kathleen, leave them alone. Get away from them. Go on a strictly dickly diet and leave the vaginas alone. It sounds like you're anti-woman. That's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like you've boiled all the Star Wars failures over the last decade or so down to the female genitalia. You're the misogynist.
Making
It's
all these
you.
excuses for women.
The only thing that's wrong with Star Wars is toxic male fandom towards females. It's just the females.
And women just can't get over that.
Females are the problem, because it's not like Star Wars hasn't ever been successful. It is the most successful film franchise in American history. So for that to be the case, but for it not to be now, and all of the females are experiencing toxic male fandom because of this heavily slanted male fan base or what have you, it is your job to work around that. Now, I happen to believe that's horseshit. I think you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. That's why I'm able to make this erroneous connection, you see. But if you're going to talk that shit, then it still lands at your feet, because you are the one ascertaining what's going on here. And so your answer to that is to throw as much woman stuff as you possibly fucking can. Woman, woman, woman. The force is female. Woman, woman, woman.
The patriarchy can't be the answer for everything going bad in your franchise.
Jesus H. Christ.
It's kind of crazy.
Like, why didn't I ever hear Carrie Fisher talking about the goddamn army of misogynists that she had to wade through to be a Star Wars god?
Great movies.
Because people revered Carrie Fisher as a goddess.
She's a great actress. They
held her on a pedestal. They respected her as a leader, as a woman, as an iconic figure in this great franchise. And to just even Padme to a certain degree was a badass, but it's like, just to constantly hear her whining, oh my God, I'm a girl. They're so mean to girls outside. Ugh. Well, stay your ass on the stoop, Kathleen.
I mean, they are mean to girls, but
Jesus.
At the same time, you should definitely be able to.
She lives in the same world that Jodie Foster, that Lucy Lawless, that Pam Grier, that Angelina Jolie, that Demi Moore. She lives in the same world as all of them women. All of them. And what I don't hear when they go to the box office and make a action movie or a television show that's meant for action fans, sci-fi fans, what I don't hear from them is, oh my God, those toxic men, they make it so hard for me to act and make money. Just don't hear it. Have never heard it.
Is feminism not kicking ass despite all the bullshit that is out there against you? Is that not?
I am saying it is not enough. Like the overtly misogynistic vitriol that you get from the internet, half of which is not even real, because most of internet users, well, we won't do that right now. I won't verge off into another conversation. But again, that is not, number one, representative of your customer base. You can't allow the vocal minority to represent the millions of people that make up your customer base.
Yeah.
That's just, it's stupidity of a very high level. I can't find a word at the moment that's eclipsing stupidity, but it is like gross negligence. There we go.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sure.
There we go. To think that way. And then B, even if you accepted that as the truth, your reaction to it, to just lean head first into it and fight the current into the fucking ocean is suicide. Yep. Shout out to Gray. I don't know if you're in the chat today, man, but for sending me this article.
He might have DM'd me about this. I missed the last DM that he sent me.
Let's see what we got here. So, to give a quick summary of the article from GameRamp.com, it is by Gerard Stewart. It was posted 2 days ago. He's talking about the Black Panther games that are coming out. The two that EA and what was the other studio? He says it in here. Hold on. EA and Cliffhanger are both making, coming out here in the next couple of years. Mm-hmm. And the kind of precedent that it sets for what characters get video games. So you already had the Rivals game for the Marvel Rivals game for Black Panther. There is the EA game that's coming out next year. And then Cliffhanger is the one that had the 1943 game with him and Captain America.
Yeah, okay.
His entire premise is, my thinking was going to be, oh, no, we should have one singular Black Panther. Because he starts off saying that it's kind of been very convoluted. You got Shuri Black Panther on the screen. You've got T'Challa and Rivals. You've got Azuri going on in the 1943 thing. We don't even know what they're going to do for the, for the newer game that's coming out. And to go even further, he says they don't even have enough time to pivot to something unique outside of what's already been shown in all of these forms of media. So, okay, I'm thinking this guy's saying what I'm saying. Yes, pull all that thing together behind a central character. Yeah. Oh, no. Gerard's premise is, well, why does Black Panther get all of these games and no one else does? We're setting a precedent that since there were already Black Panther games that we have to have more Black Panther games, and it's just going to have Black Panther on there. They're judging off of popularity and nothing else.
Huh?
They just be letting anybody.
Well, why do we have Batman games and Spider-Man games?
I'm going to hit up Game Rant and see if they'll let me write, because
they just letting anybody out there.
I just feel like I could do this.
That's crazy. Yeah, that doesn't make.
How do you land on that conclusion? Okay, so then I guess we should stop making Mortal Kombat games with Sub-Zero and Scorpion because they've been in all of them. Let's just stop. Like, there are other characters within the Mortal Kombat universe that we can add on to. Hell, there are more characters outside of the Mortal Kombat universe. We've been adding Omni-Man and Homelander and shit like that. Fuck Liu Kang. What do we need that guy for? Raiden who? Let's add the Big Show in there. Shit. Hell yeah. Let's put John Wick in fucking Mortal Kombat. Well, that's the way to go.
They probably would.
That's the way. What is he going to do? Shoot?
Yeah.
And sweep kick? Judo throw? That actually is not a bad type. That's not a bad skill set.
They put Homelander and fucking. They already put
but
and,
anywho,
yes, they are actually supernatural beings. But
getting back to the point. What a stupid premise. To look at how scattered the iterations of Black Panther are over an erroneous amount of platforms as well, too. The Marvel Rivals game is not even a Marvel property. Like, to be mentioned in the context of the other two games that are being made here is really in bad faith, or he doesn't know it, which is just as bad. Mm-hmm. Number two, if it was T'Challa every time in each one of these games, Rivals, the game that's going to be with Captain America, the EA game, there would not be so much parity. There would not be this sense that now you have to add additional properties through video games onto it. You could just have a singular game franchise like Insomniac has with Spider-Man and perpetuate it that way. Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Miles Morales Spider-Man. Like
some DLC with Shuri as Black Panther.
What are we doing? Why is this so complicated for you, Jared? However you say it.
Yeah, no, that shit is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Very, very, very dumb summation. Yeah. So I don't know if you guys wanted to read that. I have seen it been circling around the internet a little bit, so research yourself. Again, that's Game Rant. Writer's name is Gerard
Carmichael.
Jared Stewart. No, I wouldn't have read it. Gerard Carmichael talking about Black Panther? Absolutely not.
He'd probably do the same thing.
I'm going to revoke his card.
Yikes. All right, got some upcoming movies, seasons, things of that nature. Maxine, the third film of the trilogy, should be coming out July 5th.
Shout out to Mia Goth, the horror queen nowadays.
Yeah.
I'm also hearing that she may not be the main villain in Blade anymore. That they're looking for a main villain, a male villain.
I said that to you.
Did you tell me that?
Yeah,
Okay.
On the podcast.
Oh, well.
Weeks ago.
Oh, well. Back in the receptors back there. No, I mean, so yay and sucks at the same time, I guess.
Yeah.
Would love to see her as Lilith, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think she should still be in the movie. Arcane Season 2, coming
Love
November
Arcane.
2024.
Everybody wants to be my enemies. Oh, spare the sympathy. Everybody wants to be my enemy. Why November? I hate when animation like pops out and they be like, get you all excited. Oh, it's coming out. November?
I mean, November's not that bad considering all the things we got to wait till 2025 for.
It's bad. I was watching this back in 2022.
If I have to wait till November for GTA 6, November 2025.
Fuck GTA. We're
Ugh,
not talking about GTA right now.
I am. GTA 6, gotta wait till November 2025.
Listen, I've already told you what I think about Rockstar and their long hiatuses. I don't care that your games last this long. Make a new one, damn it.
Rockstar is the Kendrick of video game
Absolutely.
companies.
Absolutely, for sure.
So they
We need
take
them niggas to
forever.
beef.
Yeah, oh yeah.
We need
yeah.
them niggas to beef with EA and just start throwing games out back to back. Fuck your Madden. Here go 2K.
Oh shit. There's gonna be a Sky High sequel.
Yeah, I don't know if I needed a Sky High sequel, but I would watch it. I guess
Would you?
maybe.
Would
I don't know. It's pulling my nostalgia chords a little bit, just a little bit.
They need to make a sequel to Up and Away.
That's what they need to make a sequel for. And you hear that my nigga Robert
Not
Townsend.
available.
I was about to say Up and Away was it. Matter of fact, let's not even complicate things because there's absolutely no reason why these things can't exist in the same universe. Why not make Robert Townsend a professor at Save You, I think is the name of the university that they're all going to be working at, the cast. Sorry, kind of hopped the gun there. Let's make Robert Townsend a professor at Save You. Yes, you hear that correctly. The school's name is Save You.
Lame.
Cringe meter overload.
Lame. But to be fair, in Up and Away, there were some really cringeworthy things.
I think it all goes right hand in hand.
Like the black people were like their weakness was aluminum foil. That shit was crazy. All right. Anyway, a Tomb Raider anime is coming out October 10th.
Love, Lord. Speaking of Angelina Jolie, right? Got the Tomb Raider anime popping off. I saw the trailer. The trailer is dope.
Angelina Jolie is crazy because
We were talking about Angelina Jolie in action. Tomb Raider.
yeah, but she is one iteration of Lara Croft.
What other iteration have you seen?
There's been multiple, at least.
It was that girl. There was the newer one.
And
There was the
then-
new movie,
and then
which
there's
was
the new
good.
movie, Yeah.
That was good. I like that. And then what else? The video game?
And then the game
I don't
is
even know
obviously-
who voice that was.
But still, that's crazy. The one thing
It's Angelina Jolie. Yes. When I think Tomb Raider, I think Angelina Jolie.
When I think Tomb Raider, I think Lara Croft just as a character.
Right. Okay. Lara Croft is who? Who plays Lara Croft?
That doesn't matter. She's a
Jolie.
character. She's a character. It doesn't matter.
Not doing this.
Alien Romulus, August 16th. Are we watching a trailer?
Let's watch the trailer. This looks dope.
Yeah.
This looks dope. I love Sigourney Weaver. Ridley Scott is one of my favorite directors. He did make a top 2 movie of all time for me. Gotta remember the Titans in there. But yeah, I'm down. I'll be there opening night.
Opening night for Romulus, but you weren't there opening night for Bad Boys? Crazy.
First of all, maybe I was busy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
Priorities.
Priorities is nuts.
Yes, it is.
I had a priority on opening night of Bad Boys.
Friday night.
Or Thursday night.
Oh, Thursday night. Yeah, okay. No.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Friday night because, usually thinking Friday.
Premiere, not opening day.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I'll give you that.
Mans don't even know the lingo.
That's crazy. Anyway, and then there's going to be there is a Moana 2 trailer too.
Oh, run it back. My bad. Make way, make way. All you need.
I think that's the last thing I got. But shout out to Latrell Bradshaw bringing up Bel Air season 3. I forgot about that actually.
Yo, thank you, Latrell. Knew I was forgetting something.
Bel Air season 3, bro.
That shit looks dope. Did you see the preview for it?
Mm-hmm.
That shit look hard. I don't know if they got a bump in the budget for season 3.
Maybe.
It looked like they got a bump in the budget.
Maybe.
They got Phil and Jeffrey talking about let's get our hands dirty.
Yeah,
about to do some John Wick.
Jeffrey is definitely doing some John Wick.
He definitely doing some John Wick.
Just take us with him, though, to do some John
I think
Wick
we're going to
shit.
see it. All right, here we go. Moana 2. November 27th. Literally Thanksgiving weekend. Josh ain't going to want to see that movie. You're going to be licking your wounds from your 4th loss in a row to Michigan. You ain't going to want to go see that movie that weekend.
That's crazy. No, I won't.
But I will be available to see Moana 2, so if you're going to see it Thanksgiving weekend, then, I'll be there along with you. Hopefully we'll run into each other.
You won't see that on Thursday either because you've got prior engagements.
Yeah, I won't see it on Thursday because, movies during the week with adolescent children is a nightmare. But
I wouldn't know that struggle.
definitely will be there Thanksgiving weekend celebrating a 4th victory over Ohio State.
No, you won't. You're licking your wounds, sir.
Sure. I don't even know how to do that anymore. I forgot.
You would be licking your wounds for that and the bars on the throw at you.
It's out of my memory.
Yep, you heard me.
The what now? The bars?
The bars I'm going to throw.
Oh, now he want to rap. Now he want to rap. Listen to him.
Get destroyed 2 times that week. No big deal. Or we can do it now. Like, it really don't matter to me.
Yeah, go ahead. You go first.
Why I gotta go first?
Because you said we can go now. Go ahead. You go first.
Give me a beat.
No, nigga, let's go. Finish up the damn. No.
I already finished up Behind the Cape. It's over. It's done.
Oh, so we don't have a whole nother segment to do?
We do have another segment.
If you want to rap, bro, rap. Go ahead.
Get destroyed. Give me a beat.
Bet.